From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone, powering his way forward. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Over the middle here to Brown. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle made by Zion McCollum. The Chiefs at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A quick throw caught by Rice. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, they just continue to march the ball down the field here through the air, Charles. He is now 6 of 6 throwing the football.
And it would help the defense if he was just throwing it to one guy because you could, marshal some forces over there. But the way he's spreading it around, he's hitting them at all angles right now, making it very, very difficult.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And again, it's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage. Last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Cade Otton.
31 yards.
And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. In that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Third and 5.
Mahomes going to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here,
that's caught at the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's Rattler.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Leo Chanel.
And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
you're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And this ball will be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Bucks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Play action. Now Rattler.
This is caught by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second and 9. Rattler wants to throw it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going quickly out to the right side. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten.
Touchdown! Cade Otten, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bucks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Being chased out left.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Walker.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Now Rattler.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler.
Escaping the pressure right.
Complete right side to Otten.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
20! And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
A pitch comes to Walker.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
They throw it out right complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Tackle there by Lewis Seen.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 82 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Straight ahead, Walker. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This now a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Rattler. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 36 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now he's loose at the 40, and finally down at the 32-yard line. A heck of a way to start the fourth quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Pacheco once again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Pacheco.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the option, that's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown from a yard out.
And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
To the air is Rattler.
Going for the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
From the shotgun, Rattler. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Rattler going to look to throw again.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Bucks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away.
And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Now Mahomes.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st down.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk